Morning, YouTube, friends, family. Well, it's Monday again, and I have decided to not go out to work, but to work in today. Remember I did that energy audit last week? Gonna do the report. I also still have to write up a little report for the College of the Atlantic Beach Hill Farm that I did that mini evaluation for last week, and send out a response letter to the college about that other opportunity. Hey, we're gonna go play tennis first though. Milo's got tennis practice today. We're gonna head over a little early and I'm gonna hit the ball with him. I don't think I've hit a tennis ball in about 15 or 20 years. Looking forward to it. Hey, thanks for coming with me on my day, and thanks for all the well wishes of Easter. I really appreciate it.
Yo, there's a little something I got to explain to y'all about the way our world works. About how all our energy comes from the sun in the beginning. About how there could be no life if plants couldn't make the sun's energy into chemical energy or ATP.
Morning, Andrew.
Morning.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Right on. Not too early for you?
No.
Just barely. Okay, good.
This is their true story.
Yo, if we take a look in plants, the big and the small, there's something we find in common among them all. At the cellular level, each plant has a funky little thing called a chloroplast. Thylakoids look like little green pills. They're in chloroplast and full of chlorophyll. The chlorophyll repels the light, lets green, but lets it red, blue, and violet through its screen. Using light energy, it splits some H2O into hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen it stows away to be used at a later date, and the oxygen's released in a gaseous state. But when the two split apart, something's left over. It's rare and it's lucky like a four-leaf clover. It's a negatively charged electron, and it really gets the light cycle going on. The electron is pulled down its transport chain to an uncharged molecule there. Weighed in, it's called adenosine diphosphate. It's a battery that's drained, and when a phosphate is added, the energy can be retained. Yo, we got a phosphate waiting too. Got a super important job to do. It gets stuck on the end of the phosphate chain, and adenosine triphosphate is attained.
Ooh, that was fun. Good to know that I can still hit a tennis ball. My backhand has not improved over the past 15 years. Can you imagine that? Holy moly. Tennis is so much fun. I know I've said it before, but one of the greatest things about tennis is you only need two people to play. All right, I should really reframe my brain here to get back into work mode.
Battery is all charged up, and when it's used, the chain will break up. The electron is all used up, and the cycle will once again start up.
All right, that sounds like the end of our story.
Ran out of fence for the ducks, so another 50 feet will protect my garden beds.
But we still got some ground to cover. Y'all fasten your seatbelts for the creation of glucose.
Now, the plant uses up the ATP, whether it's a bush or a shrub or a vine on a tree. They all need to make their own food. It's a sugar called glucose. Here's how it's brewed. CO2 in the air is absorbed by the plant. It's good they live off it because we can't. The plant uses water in the carbon dioxide, making oxygen and sugar, which the plant stores inside. CO2 and H2O, it's crazy the process that all this stuff goes through, changing around the atoms until an edible molecule is distilled along with 6 extra O2s. The process ain't exactly news, it's been around for millions of years, lighting up all the biosphere with oxygen that we all breathe in. The light cycle seems to be akin with the best of miracles, cause it gives the people and animals a way to live, taking the stuff that we exhale, changing it all around until it's something that we can't breathe in. For the women and the children and the men, looking all around me on this day, watching the CO2 go away.
My garlic's up, and these ducks are just in and out of these garden beds all day. They nibble at anything. I know I said that they're better than chickens, and they are, because they don't scratch. They just eat. Shh, the ducks don't know that the peas have germinated. I gotta get my fence up.
Watching the plants all do their thing, watching them power everything, cause without the plants, man, we'd be screwed. Everyone would die, me and you, we're all here cause of photosynthesis. We owe it our very existence.
Yo, that's how it goes down in plants. From the sun to the ATP to the carbon dioxide. They make their food, and they make what we breathe. Thank the next tree you see. I'm out.
Yes, today I am planting my onions. I should have planted these a while ago. I've had these sitting around for 2 weeks and they said no longer than a week. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've started onions from seed. I've started onions from the little plants that you can get, the starts, but I like these sets. The sets are basically just little teeny onions, you know, and you kind of just plug them in the ground and then they grow into big onions. So the only tool I need to do this, you know, I've already incorporated the compost into this soil, and now I just have this dibble. You ever heard of the word dibble? This is a dibble. A dibble is used to make a little hole. These need to go, actually that's a little bit deep. These need to go about 1 inch deep with the pointy end up. That's it, and then I cover it over and it grows an onion. So I'm gonna fill this bed with onions. They're supposed to be 16 inches apart. I think I'm gonna do 3 rows like this. They're gonna be 8 inches apart, but you know, whatever.
You wanna be healthy, you wanna be strong. You won't get like that from eating $5 footlongs. So eat your peas, eat your kale, eat your celery, don't throw up in a pail. Eat your veggies, you wanna be able to poo. Eat your veggies, they're real good for you. Eat your veggies, wretched child, shove them down your throat. Eat your veggies, wretched child, why don't you eat like a goat?